Brother Denver Caudill from Old Paint now, brother. I know you were Denver Caudill.
Right, again tonight. Take your time.
You're getting tired of me, my first year.
No, I don't want.
As you know, this is not my choice. So we're not ashamed. And as far as looking out over this congregation, if I hadn't preached here today, I'd have been certainly overjoyed to try. And I want to say this, it's been a long time since I've preached on the stand today and then at night too, but I've tried a few times.
It'll work.
And we hope and trust
Work it out.
that God is in the arrangement. And I hope you people that are here that listen to me today won't say, not that fella again. give me a chance. We'll see where it goes, and I promise you this: if I don't get lifted in a reasonable amount of time, I'll turn it over to someone else. But I hope you'll pray for just a minute, and hopefully that God will move in my direction and lift me up. And I'd like to go right up on top of the mountain. Somebody will say, well, you was already up there, but I'm selfish about that. I really enjoy going. And I want to say this to you, and then we'll try to move along. Of all the jobs I've ever had in life, and I've been blessed to have several, and there's never been a job like this of preaching the gospel of the Son of God. It's quite different from everything else I've ever had. Somebody will say, well, what about the pay on the jobs? I'll tell you folks that there again, every time I've ever done a job, I got paid for it. And when I was a young man, I hoed corn. And some of you here might know what I'm talking about. And I might not be over your heads, but I'll tell you, the first time I ever went out on one of these hillsides and hoed corn, and I know this is not preaching, but I earned 50 cents. And they
all right, brother.
the whole day's work. And brother, I want to say to you today that there was some joy in that, even though the pay was low. But listen, this job, I can't see a check coming in on the night, but listen, folks, I tell you, it's the best paying job I've ever had. Because the Lord lets me lay down at night with my hand over my chest. I've done the very best I know about. I've done the very best that I know about. Now then, brethren, listen. Yes, I thought while it rained, yes, and I knew if you put me up, I couldn't make you hear me over that. But now the rain is gone. Yes, and I hope the voice will clear up. I want to say tonight, listen tonight, folks, if you're here and you haven't heard from the man called Jesus, then you're on a safe ground. But if he has spoken to you and told you that you need to do different, that you need to be a better man or a better woman, then you're responsible from that time. Now, brethren, listen, I don't pick the subject. I know they just come, and I'm just a man. Yes, and I'll try to use what the Lord gives me. Now then, here we are. Yes, and I look back. Way back in this Bible. I want to talk about the angels of God. And how they work, Brother Henry, because you can go way back there, and I'll speak of the first one, and I know I used some of this, some were through some of the association, but listen, I read where Abraham called his eldest servant, yes, and there he, brethren, yes, when he called him to come, yes, he told him, yes, I'm going to send you back to my people to get my son a wife. Yeah, Brother Charlie cried, yes, and the man said, peradventure that I start, yeah, peradventure that I go, and she will not come. Well, listen to this, and I read it often, and I like to understand how God works. Yes, Abraham said, the God that I serve, He'll send His angel. Yes, He'll send His angel before you, and He'll guide you in the way. Listen, so here I am tonight. Yes, and God has His angel right here, boy. Yes, and He'll guide you. So now I'll go a little bit further with that, and I'll try to move along. I know, brethren, there's a great story in getting his son a wife. Well, today we're here to help get his son a wife. Yes, sir. That was a representation of the old church. Yes, his son represented Jesus. So he gathered up everything he needed for the journey. Yes, listen, though my voice is a little scratchy, in 1964, yeah, when I gave my life to the Lord.
Yeah, Lord.
And I said, here I am, Lord, here I am, Lord. I made a mess of my life. Yes, would you just take my life? And he did. But he gave it back to me. The mess that I made, I was all cleaned up. The broken pieces were put back together. Oh, Lord, brethren, so here we go. He gathered up the 10 camels and the servants, and he had rings and jewelry, and he went on his way. Well, I said I wouldn't stay here, so I want to get you this much. As that servant went along, he began to pray. Yes, sir. How you doing, fella? How are you praying? Lord, trust me on my journey. Make my way clear, Lord. Would you lead me and guide me in a way you'd have me to go? So we see him as he came up to the well. Yes, and the prayer was still on his mind. Oh, Lord, he said, now here we are at the well. Would you let the maiden that comes out to draw water, yes, when I ask her to give me a drink, now on the back up just a little bit, let the one that thou hast chosen, let the one you've chosen, Lord, when I ask here came the little maiden, and she went right down and through the water. Listen, and what was it? The first one that came. Yeah, she said, "Here, drink, and I'll water your camel also." Listen, that's the way God is. You'll let Him lead. Amen. You'll get Him in front. How can you say that, Caudill? All these years I've been going this way, and He just keeps a blessing. Yes, keeps leading me on. Yes, I tell people everywhere I go, and I'm getting up a little higher. I tell people that He saw me when I was a poor little boy, walking up and down Henry's branch. No shoes, brother, I claim that He knew I'd be here.
Yeah, sure did.
That's the God that I recommend to you tonight. Yes, if you'll get Him as your attorney, you'll never lose a case. So we see then, yes, and I'm going to leave that. I want to move along with the angels. I've got a target in mind, but I don't know, brethren, just if the boys hold out or not. Oh, listen, but here's what I want to say. When he eventually went to the home, and he began to tell them, he said, "Now I'm a servant of Abraham. Oh, my father is a rich man. Listen, I'll tell you tonight, God is a rich man. My father, brother, whoa, what does he own, God? He owns this whole wide world. You can work out a mansion. When the call comes, you'll be leaving that. Yes, sir, the great equator of all time. I'll take you out of here. And listen, the Bible said, it's for sure. You came in naked, and you'll go out the same way. You brought nothing into the world, and it's for certain that you'll take nothing out. All right, then, I want to leave that. And we know the angels, brethren, worked all through this old Bible. We read where Daniel was cast into the den of lions. Yes, and the angel came down. Yes, and shut the mouth of the lion. Hello tonight, brethren. And we read where 3 Hebrews was walking in a furnace that was heated 7 times hotter than it used to be. But look, when the old king came down in the morning, he looked in there and he said, "Behold, did we not throw in or cast in 3? I see 4 walking there, and 1 is likeness to the Son of Man." Listen, I'll ask you a question, you Bible reader. In what form was Jesus there? He said He was the Son of God. Brother, so there He was. But Jesus had never been born. I'll leave that. Yes, and move on up. Now
The Father since the beginning.
immediately I know everybody will start saying this or that, but I want to leave this with you. I believe that God and Jesus Christ, I believe that Jesus Christ was God in the flesh. I believe that God was able to walk right around there in that fire. Yeah, now then, what happened? Listen, today then, I'm going to move on upward. We can give it to somebody else in a few minutes. But these angels are still in operation today. Oh, brethren, there's one watching over me, and there's one watching over you. Just as sure as we're here, but I want to take you now to a time, brethren, when the apostles were scattered in the land. Yes, we read where the king slew James, the brother of John. Yes, and when he saw that it pleased the Jews, he captured Peter also. And when he captured Peter, he gave him to 4 quarter-turns of soldiers. Oh, you keep him in prison. Yes, and we'll bring him forth. Yes, and we'll do away with him. Oh, but listen, while he was there, all of his brethren and his sisters was meeting together. And what were they doing? Oh, they were always in prayer. Yeah, God, help us. Our brother is going to die. Oh, and when it looked like it's impossible and that there was no hope, here he came. When everything else can't make it, that's where God that's the delight of God to work a miracle. Oh, you say, Caudill, well, where are the miracles tonight? Listen, every time I see a new soul come, that's a miracle. Because this old world has so much to offer. So the night before they was going to bring him forth, we read where one of the keepers was on either side. Yes, and his arms, his wrists, and his legs were in stock. Oh, but we also read, brethren, in the night time, somebody will say when it was, I don't know that, but here it was at the proper time, when they was going to fall asleep. Here came the angel. Yes, what did he do? Why, he smote him and said, get up from there. Oh, get up, Peter, we're going to leave here. I'm gonna take you out here. And he thought he saw a vision. He wondered. But immediately the stops fell off. His legs were loose and his hands were loose, and the keepers became as dead men, unable to move. So he got up from there and began to follow. Listen, are you following tonight, Cole? Are you a friend of Jesus tonight? Are you willing to leave your home like Abraham? And like Denver Caudill, when the call came, I got up, Cole. I hope you, when you hear the Son of God will speak to you, that you'll get up and make a move. Somebody will say, will I see the angel? Oh, listen, Peter was in a vision. Yes, but he followed the angel. And as they passed through the first and second ward, he just went right on through. And they came to the gate of the city, and it opened on its own accord. And as soon as they went out of the gate, the angel disappeared, and here he was. Oh, surely, surely, God has sent His angel and delivered me. Oh, listen, how about you tonight? I want to switch it over to you. Oh, get willing and get ready to follow the angel. Oh, yes, get up from there and move. Be like the poor leopard was. And I'll not leave the angel. I believe be like the poor leopard has set outside of the gates of the city. Oh, yes, they begin to speak to one another. And they said, now there's a famine in the city. If we go in there, we're going to die. Oh, if we go down and offer ourselves to the enemy, chances are we'll still die. Oh, but here's what they made up in their mind. If we sit here, we'll surely die. So let's get up and move. So bold, you're going to have to do something. God isn't going to come down and get you personally and take you out there and say you need to change your life. No, it's going to be a small, calm, still voice that speaks to you on the inside, saying, young man, what do you want to do with your life? And then it's up to you to decide. So let me back for just a minute, and I'll give it to whoever is going to close. But listen, was that all of the angels? No, tonight, the last chapter of the book of Revelation, you go and read that. Oh, Jesus said, I have sent mine angel to testify unto you in the church. Yes, the bride is saying, come. The Lamb is saying, come. Let whosoever will come and take of the water of life. Listen, the angel brethren is helping us here tonight. Oh, you're saying, Caudill, the angel's doing the preaching. Listen, brethren, I believe I've got witnesses, and I've got Bible. Oh, I looked and I saw another angel. John said, and what was this angel? Oh, he had the everlasting gospel preached to them that dwell upon the earth. That's us right here. So tonight, you heard from heaven. Just as sure you're here. I wish I had my voice tonight. I'd like to preach about an hour and a half.
Lord, take care of you.
I gave you 2 hours today, and you only used 40 minutes of it. Tonight, I'll tell you, this is a good place, and I want to say this to you tonight. I don't know if I'll ever be back this way or not. Oh, but I'll tell you this much. I'd rather be a Christian than anything I know. Oh, I'd rather have Jesus on my side. I have to own the state of Ohio. I told them today I spent 42 years for Alcoa before I retired. I don't know how many years I worked for Jesus. I'll listen, but I do know that, oh, when the call comes, there won't be no gold watch there. I know, sir, he didn't promise me that. Oh, what did he promise you, Caudill? Henceforth, there is a crown laid up for me, and not for me only, but for everyone that loves and serves the Lord. Oh, tonight then, how about you folks? What are you going to do? Do you love Him tonight? Oh, are you willing to follow a man that you can't see? Oh, are you willing to say, Lord, whom you've never met in person? Are you willing to say, come into my life, Lord? That's what I said. Oh, listen, we've told you about a way, and it's a good way, folks. Yes, I can tell you, after this many years of walking this way, it's a good way. Yes, there's been a lot of hills to climb. Oh, there's been a lot of valleys to go through. But the only time you can go up is when you're down there. Yes, sir, you can't start at the top, boy. I know, sir, if you get to the top, you'll have to do some climbing. So I'll tell